Good morning, my beloved friend. As the first light of dawn gently breaks through the horizon, the world stirs with quiet anticipation. The stillness of the morning holds a sacredness, a peaceful moment when the air feels pure and the world feels fresh, as if it has been renewed. There is something special about this time of day before the noise of the world begins to rise. When the worries of yesterday have not yet made their mark, this is the time when we can experience the closeness of God in a way that is beyond words. It is the sacred dawn, the hour when hope can be born anew, and when we can draw near to the Creator with a heart ready to receive. Let me take you on a journey to reflect on a story that may sound familiar to many of us. Imagine someone waking up in the midst of a battle won that does not have visible scars but is felt deeply within. This person is struggling with fear. They lie in bed, facing a day full of uncertainties. The pain of loss weighs heavy on their heart, and the shadows of fear are clouding their thoughts. The weight of grief and unanswered questions seem to grip their very soul. They may not have the strength to get out of bed, let alone face the challenges that lie ahead. Yet, in this moment of deep despair, something extraordinary happens. In the silence of their room, there is a whisper, a gentle, comforting whisper that reminds them of a promise. You are not alone. It is as if a glimmer of hope begins to pierce the darkness. Though the night may seem endless, the dawn has already begun to break. This person, though wary and filled with doubt, begins to sense the presence of something greater. The fear does not vanish instantly, nor does the pain disappear. But in this quiet moment, something shifts. There is a sense of peace that starts to fill the empty spaces within. A recognition arises that they are being carried by something stronger than themselves. Something eternal. The fear begins to wane as the light of God's promises begins to shine in their heart. This is where the journey of prayer begins, a path from the depths of sorrow to the heights of peace. When we pray, we step into the light of God's promises, and though we may not see the end of our struggles immediately, we know that He is with us. The pain we feel, the fear we carry, and the uncertainties that surround us all have a place in the presence of God. Prayer becomes the bridge between our brokenness and His wholeness. It is through prayer that we are reminded of His constant presence, His strength, and His peace. As we begin this journey today, I invite you to lay down the burdens that you are carrying, whether they are heavy with sorrow, fear, or worry. Let this moment be a time of release, a time when you open your heart to the truth that God is already with you, walking alongside you, and guiding you through every challenge. Your prayers are not just words spoken into the air. They are declarations of faith in the God who is bigger than our circumstances, greater than our fears, and more loving than we can ever imagine. I encourage you to open your heart fully in this time of prayer. Let it be a conversation with God. Let your heart speak honestly, trusting that He is listening, that He hears every word, and that His answers are filled with wisdom, grace, and love. This prayer is a sacred exchange, a moment of surrender and trust in His perfect will. It is in these moments that we find our true strength, our true peace, and our true purpose. As we step into this time together, may we be reminded of the power of faith and prayer. When we seek God with an open heart, He promises to meet us right where we are. The journey may not always be easy, but with each step, we are being shaped into the people He has called us to be. May this time of prayer bring you closer to Him, filling you with His love, His peace, and His unwavering presence. Let us begin this time with a heart full of expectation, trusting that God is working in and through us. As we move forward in prayer, may we walk in His light, guided by His truth, and strengthened by His promises. Take a deep breath and let your heart be still, for in this moment, we are not alone. Now, I invite you to open your heart to God, to receive His promises, and to trust in the journey that lies ahead. Let us pray together, knowing that in the presence of God, all things are possible. Dear Heavenly Father, as the first light of day gently begins to rise, I come before you in this quiet moment, offering my heart and thoughts to you. There is something so sacred about this time, when the world is still and the morning air is fresh. It is in these moments, before the noise of the day begins, that I feel your presence so deeply. In the stillness, I know you are near. I invite you in this new day with open arms, asking for your guidance and grace to fill every step I take. Lord, as I wake, I acknowledge that there are many things that lie ahead today. Some I know and some I do not. The unknown can often be a source of anxiety, and the burden of what is to come can feel heavy. But I choose to come before you with a heart open to your peace, trusting that whatever today holds, you are already there. Your promises are my anchor, and your love is my strength. I may not know what challenges I will face, but I know that with you, I do not walk alone. I may feel small, but in you, I am strong. I may feel uncertain, but in you, I find clarity. My heart is full of both hope and fear, but I choose to place my trust in you. I choose to trust that you will carry me through whatever lies ahead, no matter how difficult or overwhelming it may seem. Father, as I step into this day, I want to embrace your peace. I ask that your peace would settle in my heart and mind, even as the day brings its demands. Let me not be swayed by the worries of the world, but instead, may I rest in the knowledge that you are with me every step of the way. Your peace is not like the world's peace. It does not depend on circumstances or situations. It is a peace that surpasses all understanding. It is a peace that steadies my soul and calms my anxious thoughts. I am aware of the struggles I face. Lord, I know that my heart sometimes feels burdened with worry, fear, and doubt, but I also know that these burdens do not have to define me. I lay them before you now, trusting that you will carry them. I do not have to hold on to them any longer. You are my refuge, my comfort, and my strength. I give you all my worries, knowing that you are bigger than anything I could face. In this moment, Lord, I remember your promise to be with me always. You are not distant. You are near when I feel weak. You are my strength when I am lost. You are my guide. I do not have to navigate this day on my own. You are my constant companion, and I trust that you will lead me with your wisdom and grace. I know that the world can often feel chaotic, and it can be easy to lose sight of the peace and clarity that you offer. But today, I choose to focus on you. I choose to set my mind on your promises and not on the noise around me. I choose to walk with you, knowing that in you, I find the strength to face anything that comes my way. Lord, as I step into this day, I ask for your presence to go before me. In every meeting, every decision, every conversation, may I feel your presence guiding me. Let your love surround me and your wisdom direct my steps. May I be a reflection of your peace and grace, shining your light into every space I enter. Let me be a vessel for your love today. Lord, in everything I do and say, I acknowledge, Lord, that I do not have the strength to do this on my own, but with you, I can do all things. You are my refuge and strength, an ever-present help in times of trouble. When the day feels too heavy, I will lean on you. When the path ahead feels unclear, I will trust in your guidance. When fear threatens to overwhelm me, I will remember that you have not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Father, I surrender today to you. I surrender my worries, my fears, my desires, and my plans. I trust that you will lead me in the way that is best for me. I trust that you are working all things together for my good. Even when I do not understand the path, I trust in your perfect will for my life. Today, Lord, I choose to walk by faith, not by sight. I choose to rely on your strength, not my own. I choose to stand firm on your promises, trusting that you will make a way where there seems to be no way. No matter what the day holds, I know that I am safe in your hands. In this quiet moment, before the world rushes in, I give you all my heart. I surrender this day to you. And knowing that you are already working in the unseen, I trust that your love will guide me. Your peace will sustain me, and your presence will be with me every step of the way. Thank you, Lord, for being with me today. Thank you for the peace, strength, and grace that you so freely give. I look forward to this day, knowing that you are already walking with me. Let your will be done today, Lord, and may my heart always be open to receive your guidance, your strength, and your love. Father, as the day begins to unfold, I come before you once more, surrendering the thoughts and worries that have followed me into this new day. I thank you for the peace that you promised to give, a peace that transcends anything this world can offer. I know that the world may be full of distractions, challenges, and uncertainties, but your peace is steadfast. In this moment, I choose to receive the peace you offer, knowing that it is not dependent on my circumstances, but on your unchanging presence. As I step into this day, I want to set aside any anxiety or fear that tries to grip my heart. I want to focus on you, Lord, and the peace that only you can provide, even as the world continues to move at a frantic pace. I want to remain still in your presence, There are so many things that could make me anxious, so many decisions to make, so many things to do, but I refuse to let them steal my peace. I choose to let go of the worries that threaten to cloud my mind and rest in the truth that you are in control. Lord, your word reminds me that peace is not the absence of troubles, but the presence of your assurance in the midst of them. In John 14:27, Jesus spoke to his disciples, saying, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid." Father, I hold on to this promise today. Even when the world around me is filled with uncertainty, I can be assured that your peace is with me. It is not fleeting or fragile like the peace the world offers, but it is deep, lasting, and secure. I ask, Lord, that your peace would fill every corner of my heart. When the noise of life gets loud and the demands of the day begin to weigh on me, let your peace be the stillness that calms my spirit. When my thoughts race and my heart feels anxious, remind me that your peace is not something I have to chase or earn, but something you freely offer. Help me to be still, to breathe in your peace, and to rest in the knowledge that you are with me, guiding me through every moment. Lord, I recognize that peace is not just a feeling, but a posture. It is a decision I make each day to trust you above all else. It is easy to be caught up in the chaos of life, to let the worries of tomorrow cloud my mind today. But I choose to align my thoughts with your truth. I choose to focus on you, and in doing so, I open my heart to receive the peace you have already promised me. Even as I face the unknowns of the day ahead, I know that I am not walking alone. Your peace surrounds me, and your presence goes before me. You are the steady hand that holds me up when I am weak, the calm in the storm that reassures me that I will not be moved. When everything around me is shaking, I find my rest in you. Your peace is like an anchor, keeping me grounded in the midst of the shifting tides of life. I ask, Father, that your peace would not only fill my heart, but also overflow to those around me. Let the peace I receive from you today be contagious. May I be a reflection of your calm presence, bringing peace to my family, my friends, and my coworkers. When others are anxious or troubled, may they sense your peace in me. Let my words be filled with kindness, my actions with grace, and my heart with compassion. May your peace be the foundation of everything I do today. Father, I also recognize that peace is not always a quiet, passive state. Sometimes, it is the strength to stand firm in the face of adversity, when challenges arise, and when the path ahead seems unclear. I ask that your peace would be my strength. It is the peace that allows me to walk through the storms of life with courage, knowing that I am not alone. It is the peace that empowers me to take one step at a time, even when the future is uncertain, because I trust that you are with me, guiding me every step of the way. Lord, help me to cultivate this peace in my heart throughout the day. When conflicts arise, when difficulties present themselves, remind me to pause and choose peace. Remind me that I do not have to react in fear or frustration, but can respond in your peace. Let your peace be the lens through which I view every situation, every person, and every challenge. Let it calm my mind, steady my thoughts, and guide my actions. I know, Father, that your peace is available to me at all times, not just in the quiet moments of the morning, but throughout the day, when I am faced with obstacles, when I feel overwhelmed, or when I am tempted to worry. Help me to turn to you and receive your peace. Let it be the foundation of my life, something I carry with me everywhere I go. Your peace is not something I can achieve on my own. It is a gift, a blessing from you, and I am so grateful for it. Thank you, Lord, for the peace that you provide. Thank you for the peace that surpasses all understanding, the peace that guards my heart and mind. I trust that as I move forward into this day, your peace will continue to be with me, guiding me, comforting me, and giving me strength. I do not have to face today on my own, because you are with me, and your peace will never leave me. As I step into this day, I choose peace. I choose to let go of anxiety and embrace the calm that comes from trusting in you. I choose to walk in the assurance that you're in control of everything, and that your peace will sustain me through every moment. May your peace rule in my heart today, Father, and may it be a light to others as I reflect your love and presence. I ask all of this in the mighty name of Jesus, knowing that he is the source of all peace, and that his presence will guide me through every circumstance I encounter today. Father, as I stand in the peace that you have given me, I am reminded of the strength that comes not from my own abilities, but from you alone. The day ahead is full of its own challenges, its own demands. And I know that without you, I would not have the strength to face them. But with you, I have all I need to endure, to rise, and to stand firm in the midst of it all. Lord, I feel the weight of the world, sometimes the expectations, the pressures, and the uncertainties that make each day feel like a battle. Yet, I know that in you, I do not have to fight on my own. You are my strength, my refuge, and my fortress. In you, I find the resilience to face the trials of life without fear, knowing that you have already equipped me with everything I need to overcome. Your word reminds me that strength is not about being self-sufficient or having everything under control. It is about acknowledging my weakness and surrendering it to you. In my weakness, you are strong. In my weariness, you are my rest. When I feel like I cannot take another step, you are the one who lifts me up and carries me forward. Father, I ask for your strength today. I ask that you fill me with the endurance I need to face the tasks and challenges that lie ahead. When the road gets rough, when obstacles seem insurmountable, remind me that you are the one who walks with me, strengthening my every step. You are the one who gives me the power to rise when I feel like falling, to keep moving when I feel like stopping. Help me to see that the strength I need is not something I have to muster on my own. It is something you freely give. Your strength is boundless. It is not limited by what I can or cannot do. It is a strength that empowers me to rise above my circumstances, to stand firm in my faith, and to move forward with confidence. And knowing that you are with me, God, you promised in your word that you would give power to the weak, and to those who have no might, you would increase strength. I cling to that promise today when I feel weak or overwhelmed. I know that I do not have to rely on my own strength. I can lean on you, and you will provide all the strength I need to persevere. I know, Lord, that strength is not always about physical power or ability. It is also about emotional and spiritual endurance. Strength is found in trusting you when everything seems uncertain, in holding on to your promises when life feels unstable. It is the ability to press forward in faith, knowing that you are working all things together for my good, even when I cannot see the way forward. Father, when I face moments of doubt, remind me that my strength does not come from my circumstances. It comes from you. I do not have to wait for everything to be perfect, or for the obstacles to disappear. I can stand firm in your strength today, knowing that you are bigger than any challenge I may face. Your strength gives me the courage to face the unknown, to take each step with confidence, even when I do not have all the answers. Lord, I also know that true strength is not about avoiding hardship, but enduring through it. It is the ability to stand firm in the face of adversity, to keep moving forward, and to trust that you are refining me through the trials I face. Help me to see every challenge not as an obstacle, but as an opportunity to grow stronger in you. Let the difficulties of today be the training ground for the strength I will need tomorrow. When I feel like giving up, Father, remind me of the power of your presence. Strength is not found in the absence of struggle, but in the way you empower me to rise above it. Your strength is made perfect in my weakness. I trust that you will always provide the strength I need, in the right measure and at the right time. Father, I also recognize that strength is not just about what I can endure on my own, but about how I rely on you. I may feel weak, but I know that with you, I can do all things. I choose today to rely on your strength, to let go of my own striving and rest in the knowledge that you are working in me and through me. You are the one who gives me the ability to endure, to push through, and to come out stronger on the other side. Lord, I pray that your strength would empower me not just to endure, but to thrive. I pray that as I face the challenges of today, your strength would flow through me, allowing me to rise to every occasion, to meet every challenge, and to face every fear with confidence. Help me to stand strong in the knowledge that you are my source of strength, and that I do not have to rely on myself. God, when the weight of the world feels too much to bear, help me to turn to you. Let your strength be my foundation, my source of stability in the midst of the storm. I trust that you are with me, and that no matter what today holds, your strength will be enough. In every challenge, in every trial, let your strength be the thing that carries me forward. Let it be the thing that allows me to stand firm when everything else seems to be falling apart. I trust that you will equip me with everything I need to endure, and that through your strength, I will find the courage to face whatever comes my way. Thank you, Lord, for the strength you provide. Thank you for the assurance that I do not have to rely on my own abilities. I can lean on you, and you will give me the strength to endure whatever today brings. I choose to stand in your strength today, knowing that you are my rock, my refuge, and my ever-present help in times of trouble. You are my strength, and in you I can do all things. Lord, as I stand in the strength you have so generously provided, I turn my heart to seek your clarity. The world, with its noise and confusion, has a way of clouding my thoughts. The demands of the day, the decisions to be made, the paths that lie ahead all seem uncertain at times. But I come to you now, trusting that you are the source of all wisdom, and that with you, I can find the clarity I so desperately need. There are moments in life when everything feels like a blur. The choices seem endless, the paths unclear, and the weight of decisions presses down on my shoulders. It is easy to feel lost, to wonder whether I am making the right choices or if I am heading in the right direction. But, Father, in the midst of all this confusion, I know that you offer something different. You offer the clarity that my heart longs for. I ask for your guidance today. When I do not know which way to go, remind me that I do not have to navigate this journey on my own. You are the light that shines on the path before me. In your presence, there is no darkness, and no decision is too small or too great for you to lead me through. Help me to hear your voice clearly, to discern your will for my life, and to trust in the direction you are guiding me. Lord, there are so many distractions, so many opinions, and so many voices that compete for my attention. It can feel overwhelming at times, but I choose, right now, to still my heart and quiet the noise. I turn my focus to you, knowing that you alone hold the answers I need. Your wisdom is far greater than my own, and I trust that in your perfect timing, you will provide the clarity I seek. Help me, Lord, to trust in your ways even when they seem unclear. Sometimes the path ahead is not immediately obvious, and it is easy to become frustrated or anxious. But I know that you see the bigger picture, and you are leading me step by step. I choose to trust in your process, even when I do not have all the answers. Your word reminds me that you will direct my steps when I trust in you with all my heart and lean not on my own understanding. So today, I choose to lean on you, trusting that your wisdom will guide me, even through the uncertainty. Father, I also recognize that clarity does not always come instantly. It is a journey, not a destination. Sometimes, it comes in pieces, one step at a time. Help me to be patient with myself as I wait for your direction. I not always see the full picture immediately, but I know that with each step I take in faith, I am drawing closer to your will. Give me the patience to trust in your timing, and the courage to follow even when I do not have all the answers. Lord, I also ask that you help me to quiet the voices of doubt and fear that can cloud my judgment. When I feel uncertain, remind me that I do not have to rely on my own strength or understanding. You are the source of all wisdom, and I can rest in the fact that you are always with me, leading me, guiding me. Let your truth speak louder than the lies of fear and confusion. Let your promises be the foundation upon which I stand. knowing that you are faithful to guide me through every decision, big or small, as I move through this day. Father, I pray for your wisdom in all that I do. Let every decision, every word, and every action be guided by your clarity. When I feel overwhelmed by the weight of decisions, remind me to seek your counsel first. When I do not know the right choice to make, help me to pause, pray, and listen for your voice. Let your peace fill my heart as I trust in your direction, and knowing that you will lead me on the right path. Father, I also ask for the ability to trust in the process, even when the way forward seems unclear. Help me to remember that you are always with me, even when I can't see the next step. Your word promises that if I seek you with all my heart, I will find you, and I will find the direction I need. I believe in your faithfulness, Lord. I believe that you are guiding me, even when I do not fully understand the path ahead. I am grateful for your constant presence in my life, Lord. Your clarity brings peace to my heart and light to my path. I trust that as I seek you, you will continue to guide me, step by step, toward the future you have prepared for me. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path, and I trust in its power to guide me through every situation I face. Help me to keep my focus on you today, Lord, when decisions seem difficult or unclear. Help me to turn to you first when the weight of the world feels heavy. Remind me to seek your wisdom. You are the source of all clarity, and I know that in you I will find the answers I need. Thank you, Lord, for the peace that comes from knowing you are guiding me, and for the assurance that you will always be with me, leading me on the path of righteousness. Father, I commit this day to you, trusting that your clarity will be my guide. I choose to walk in your wisdom, to trust in your timing, and to follow the path you have set before me. Thank you for being my light in the darkness, and for the peace that comes from knowing that you are with me every step of the way. Let your will be done in my life today, and may I always seek your guidance in all things. Lord, as I reflect on the clarity and wisdom you have granted me, I am filled with a deep sense of gratitude for your abundant provision in my life. You have been faithful, providing for my needs in ways I could never have imagined. When I think about the many ways you have sustained me, my heart overflows with thankfulness. Even when I did not see the way forward, you were there, making a way where there seemed to be none. You are the provider, and your provisions are not just about material things, but the strength, grace, and peace you pour into my life every single day. Father, as I step into this day, I want to express my thanks for everything you have already provided and continue to provide. You have been my constant source of sustenance. When I felt weak, you gave me strength. When I lacked wisdom, you provided guidance. When I needed comfort, you were there, wrapping me in your arms. You have never failed me, and your faithfulness to provide has been evident in every moment of my life. Today, I pause to acknowledge that everything I have comes from you, and for that, I am profoundly grateful. I know that too often, I can be caught up in the business of life, focusing on what I do not have or what I feel I still need. But today, I choose to pause and thank you for all that you have already provided. I recognize that I am not lacking in anything that truly matters. You have given me what I need to live this day, and I trust that you will continue to provide for me as you always have. I acknowledge, Lord, that my provision is not based on my efforts, but on your goodness and mercy. Lord, when I feel anxious or uncertain about the future, remind me of your promise that you will provide for all of my needs. In Matthew 6:31-33, you remind me not to worry about what I will eat or wear, for you know all that I need. Instead, you call me to seek first your kingdom and righteousness, and all these things will be given to me. I take comfort in this promise today. When I feel overwhelmed by the demands of life, I trust that you are already making a way for me. Your provision is certain, and I can rest in that assurance. Father, I thank you for the ways you provide for my physical needs. You have given me food, shelter, and the strength to work, but your provision is not limited to the material. You provide for me emotionally, spiritually, and relationally. You bring people into my life who encourage and uplift me. You strengthen my faith with every moment of stillness and every answered prayer. Your provision encompasses every aspect of my life, and I am so grateful for it. Help me, Lord, to always recognize your provision in my life. Sometimes it is easy to take it for granted, to assume that I am the one making things happen, but I know that it is only through your grace and mercy that I have what I have. Every good thing comes from you, and for that, I give you all the glory. I ask that you continue to open my eyes to see your hand at work in my life, especially in the small, everyday things. Remind me that nothing is too small to be grateful for. Father, I also recognize that provision comes not only in abundance, but in moments of scarcity. There are times when I feel like I have little left to give, whether in my time, my energy, or my resources. But in those moments, you remind me that you are the ultimate provider. You give me just what I need, even when it feels like I have nothing left. You are the one who fills me, who restores me, and who renews me. Even in my moments of weakness, I can trust that you will provide the strength to keep going. I ask, Lord, that you help me to trust in your provision, especially when things seem uncertain. When I do not know how I will make it through, help me to rest in the truth that you are always with me, providing for me. Teach me to rely on you more deeply, to place my trust in your provision rather than my own abilities. When I am tempted to worry or become anxious about the future, remind me that you are already ahead of me, preparing the way. Your provision is always right on time, and I trust that you will meet every need. Thank you, Lord, for providing not only for my material needs, but for my spiritual needs as well. You have given me your word, which is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. You provide me with the wisdom I need to make decisions, the strength to endure, and the comfort that comes from knowing that I am never alone. Your provision is complete, and I am so grateful for the ways you care for me every day. Lord, I also recognize that you provide for me through the people you place in my life. You have surrounded me with family, friends, and a community of believers who encourage me, pray for me, and support me. These relationships are a reflection of your love and provision, and I am so thankful for them. May I be a reflection of your provision to others as well. Help me to be generous with what you have given me, whether that is my time, my resources, or my love. Let me always be mindful of the needs of those around me, and be willing to share what you have provided. Father, I ask that you continue to bless me with everything I need today. I trust that you will provide for me in ways both seen and unseen. Even when I cannot see the next step, I trust that you are already making a way. I surrender my worries to you and rest in the knowledge that you are my provider. Today, I choose to live with a heart full of gratitude, knowing that every good thing in my life is a gift from you. May I never take your provision for granted, but always give you thanks for the abundance you have poured into my life. As I move forward into this day, Lord, help me to remain mindful of your provision. Let it be a constant reminder of your faithfulness and love. Thank you for providing not only for my needs, but for my heart, my spirit, and my soul. You are a good and faithful God, and I trust that you will continue to provide for me in every area of my life. I walk into today with confidence, and knowing that you are with me, providing everything I need. Lord, as I pause to reflect on the provision you have shown me, I am reminded that the strength I need to live today is not found in my own abilities, but in you. It is by your grace that I am able to stand strong, face the challenges ahead, and walk in your peace. And now, as I prepare to step into the day, I know that faith is what will guide me. I ask that you help me embrace this day with the faith that you will never leave me nor forsake me. There are so many things that could make me anxious, Lord. So many moments when fear and doubt could cloud my mind. But today, I choose to walk by faith. I choose to trust in your promises, knowing that they are sure and unshakable. You are faithful, Lord, and I trust that everything I face today will be part of your perfect plan. Even when the way seems uncertain or difficult, I believe that you are working in ways that I cannot see. Faith, Father, is the key that opens the door to your power in my life. Without faith, I cannot see the fullness of your provision, nor can I experience the peace that comes from trusting in you. But with faith, I know that I can overcome every obstacle, find rest in every storm, and be assured that I am never walking alone. As I look ahead, I know that I do not need to have all the answers. I do not need to understand the entirety of your plan. All I need to do is trust you with each step I take, knowing that you will direct me in the way I should go. Lord, there are days when the path ahead seems uncertain, when I feel unsure about the future, or when I wonder if I am making the right decisions. But today, I choose to surrender all of those fears to you. I choose to lay down my doubts and rest in the assurance that you are in control. I will not let fear dictate my actions or my attitude. Instead, I choose to stand firm in the faith that you will guide me, strengthen me, and give me the courage to face whatever comes my way. In moments of uncertainty, Lord, remind me that my faith is not dependent on my circumstances. Faith is not about having everything figured out or knowing how everything will unfold. Faith is about trusting in your character, trusting that you are good, and trusting that you have a plan for my life that is greater than anything I can imagine. When my heart is heavy with doubt, remind me that you are faithful. When I feel weak, remind me that your strength is made perfect in my weakness. When I am tempted to fear the unknown, help me to trust in the one who holds the future. Father, I acknowledge that faith is not always easy. There are days when it feels like the weight of the world is too much to bear, when the challenges I face seem too great. But I also know that it is in these moments my faith grows stronger. When I rely on you in times of difficulty, I see your faithfulness more clearly. I know that you will not leave me in the midst of my struggles. You will provide for me, sustain me, and give me everything I need to endure. God, I ask that you help me to stay grounded in faith. No matter what today brings, I know that life is unpredictable, and there will be moments when things do not go according to plan. But I trust that in every moment, you are with me. Your faithfulness does not depend on the circumstances. It does not depend on the outcome of my efforts or the way things unfold. It depends on you, and you are always faithful. Help me, Lord, to hold on to faith in the small moments as much as in the big ones. It is easy to trust you when things are going well, but it is in the hard moments that my faith truly grows. I ask that you help me to lean into you when I am feeling uncertain or overwhelmed. Remind me that I do not have to face anything on my own. You are my strength, my refuge, and my shield. With you by my side, I can face any challenge, knowing that you will give me the courage and wisdom I need. Lord, I also know that faith requires action. It is not just about trusting you with my words, but with my heart, my actions, and my decisions. I ask that you give me the courage to act in faith, to step forward even when I cannot see the way. Help me to trust that you are already making a way for me, and all I have to do is follow you. Let my steps be guided by faith, not by fear or doubt. Let my heart be filled with trust, knowing that you are leading me every step of the way. Father, I pray that my faith today would not only strengthen me, but also encourage those around me. May I be a reflection of your faithfulness to others, showing them the strength and peace that come from trusting in you. Let my words and actions be a testimony of your goodness, so that others may be drawn to you. Thank you, Lord, for the gift of faith. Thank you for giving me the ability to trust in you, even when I cannot see the full picture. Thank you for your faithfulness, your guidance, and your love. I choose to walk by faith today, knowing that you will be with me every step of the way, guiding me, strengthening me, and helping me to overcome every obstacle. I trust in you, Lord, and I know that with you, all things are possible. As I move forward into today, I will stand firm in my faith. I will trust in your promises, knowing that you will never fail me. I will walk in confidence. And knowing that you are with me, may my faith be a light in the darkness, a source of strength, and a reminder that I am never alone. Lord, as I reflect on the faith and trust I have chosen to embrace today, I find myself resting in the quiet certainty that you are always with me. Just as I hold tightly to the strength you provide, I now turn my thoughts to the promise of your unwavering presence. There is no greater comfort than knowing that in every moment I do not face life alone. With you by my side, I am never abandoned. With you, I can face anything that comes my way, knowing that your presence is a constant source of support and guidance. As the day unfolds before me, I am reminded of the peace that comes from your presence. I may not always see what lies ahead, but I can walk forward with confidence because I know that you are right here with me, leading and sustaining me every step of the way. You are not a distant, unreachable God, but one who draws near in the midst of every trial, every joy, and every uncertainty. This is the beauty of your promise. You will never leave me nor forsake me. And today, I rest in that truth with a heart full of gratitude. Father, I ask that you fill me with a deep awareness of your presence today. When I feel overwhelmed by the tasks at hand or the challenges that arise, help me to pause and remember that you are with me. You are not far off or indifferent to my needs, but you walk beside me, close and intimate, always ready to guide me, to comfort me, and to strengthen me. There is no moment that is beyond your reach. There is no place where your presence cannot touch me. Help me, Lord, to recognize you in the quiet moments and the loud ones. You are with me when the day is peaceful and when it is filled with chaos. Your presence is a refuge I can turn to, whether I am facing difficulties or simply navigating the ordinary moments of life. Let me not forget that you are with me, not just in the big decisions or moments of crisis, but in every step of the way. Your presence is my constant companion, and in that truth, I find comfort and peace. God, I pray that your presence would bring light to my day. When I feel uncertain or unsure, remind me that you are walking with me, and I need not fear what lies ahead. Your presence is like a guiding light in the darkness, showing me the way when the path seems unclear. In those moments when I do not know what to do or where to turn, help me to quiet my heart and listen for your voice. You are the one who knows the way, and I trust that you will never lead me astray. Lord, I also recognize that your presence is a source of strength. In my weakness, I find your strength. When I feel weary or burdened, I can draw from your limitless energy and grace. You are the one who gives me the power to face each challenge, to take each step, and to move forward with hope. I do not have to rely on my own strength, but on yours, which is greater and more than enough to meet any need. Help me to rely on you, Father, to draw from the deep well of your presence, which refreshes and renews my spirit. When I feel isolated or disconnected from others, remind me that I am never truly alone. You are with me always, and your presence is my refuge in times of loneliness. In the moments when the world feels distant, or when relationships seem strained, help me to find my peace and comfort in the assurance that you are near. You understand my heart, Lord, and you are present in my joys and in my struggles. There is no distance too great, no barrier too strong for your love and presence to break through. Father, I ask that you make me more aware of your presence as I go about my day. May I find you in the ordinary and extraordinary moments alike. Let your presence be felt in my conversations, my decisions, my work, and my rest. As I walk through the day, remind me to pause, even for just a moment, to reconnect with you and draw strength from your nearness. Let me not become so caught up in the business of life that I forget to acknowledge the one who is always with me. God, your presence is not only a source of peace and strength, but also of joy. There is a joy that comes from knowing you are with me, and I pray that I would walk in that joy today. No matter the circumstances, I want to experience the fullness of joy that comes from your presence. You are the source of all joy, and when I remember that you are with me, my heart cannot help but overflow with thankfulness and gladness. Lord, let your presence also shape my interactions with others. May I carry your peace and love with me, sharing it freely with those around me. Let the awareness of your presence help me to be patient, kind, and compassionate in all my relationships. When I am tempted to react in frustration or anger, help me to remember that you are with me, and that I am called to reflect your love in all my actions. As I face the challenges of today, Lord, I want to do so with the confidence that your presence is guiding me every step of the way. I ask that you fill me with your peace, your strength, and your joy, and knowing that in your presence, I am equipped to handle whatever comes my way. I trust that as I continue to rely on you, you will never leave me, and your presence will be a constant source of support and guidance in all that I do. Father, thank you for the promise of your presence. Thank you for being with me always, for never leaving or forsaking me. I rest in the assurance that I am never alone, and that with you by my side, I can face any challenge with confidence and hope. May your presence be the foundation of my day, the source of my strength, and the light that guides my path. Father, as I reflect on the peace you have so generously offered me, I find myself turning my thoughts to the anxiety that so often seeks to take root in my heart. I know that in your presence, there is no place for worry, yet I recognize the many moments when anxiety creeps in, when my heart races and my thoughts scatter in every direction. But today, I choose to release this anxiety to you, knowing that you are the one who holds my heart in your hands, and you are the only one who can bring peace in the midst of every storm. When I think of the challenges ahead, Father, my mind can sometimes race ahead of me, filled with concerns about what might go wrong or what I not be able to control. I confess that I am often anxious about things that I cannot change or predict. But today, I surrender these anxious thoughts to you. I release them into your care, trusting that you are in control of all things, even when my circumstances feel overwhelming. You see what I cannot see, and you know what I need even before I ask. God, your word tells me to cast all my anxieties on you, because you care for me. I want to do that now, laying down every worry, every fear, And every burden that I carry, I know that when I hold on to anxiety, it weighs me down and keeps me from experiencing the peace you have promised. So today, I choose to let go of these burdens. I choose to trust in your provision, your timing, and your plan, knowing that you are working all things together for my good. Father, I admit that releasing my anxiety does not always come easily. It is tempting to hold on to my worries, to try and figure things out on my own. But I know that I am not called to carry these burdens by myself. You are my refuge and my strength, a very present help in times of trouble. So, I ask you to help me, Lord, to let go of the things that cause me to feel anxious and to replace them with the calm assurance that you are with me, guiding me and caring for me. In those moments when I feel the weight of anxiety pressing in, remind me of your faithfulness. Help me to remember that you are always near, and that you are not a distant God who is unaware of my struggles. You are close, Father, and you understand my heart. When I am tempted to worry about tomorrow, remind me that you have already gone before me and made a way. You hold my future, and I can trust you with every step I take. Lord, your peace is not just the absence of anxiety, but the presence of your assurance and trust. It is a deep, unwavering peace that rests in the knowledge that you are in control of all things. It is the peace that comes from knowing that I am never alone, that you are always with me. Help me to hold on to this peace today. Father, let it fill every corner of my heart and mind, and let it guide my actions and my thoughts. When anxiety tries to creep back in, remind me that your peace is stronger, and I can choose to rest in it. I ask, Father, that you help me to be still and listen for your voice in the midst of the chaos. Often, I get so caught up in the whirlwind of thoughts and worries that I forget to quiet my heart and hear from you. But today, I want to sit in your presence and allow your peace to wash over me. In the stillness, I trust that you will speak to me. I will trust that you will guide me, and that you will provide the comfort and peace I need to face whatever comes my way. Father, I know that anxiety can be a source of great distraction. It pulls me away from the present moment and fills my mind with what-ifs and fears that have not even happened. Help me, Lord, to live in the moment, fully present with you. When my mind begins to race, bring me back to your word, which reminds me that you are in control. Help me to focus on what is true, what is noble, what is pure, and what is good. Help me to filter my thoughts through your truth, knowing that when I do, I will find peace that transcends my understanding. Lord, I also recognize that anxiety is often rooted in the desire for control. It is my need to know what is coming, to have everything planned and secure. But I know that true peace comes when I release that control to you. I am not in charge of the outcome, but you are. You are the one who holds the future, and I can trust that your plans for me are good, even when I cannot see how things will unfold. Help me, Father, to trust you with everything, and knowing that you are leading me in the way I should go. In the moments when I feel anxious or fearful, remind me to take a deep breath and surrender my concerns to you. You are the only one who can carry my burdens, and you promise that when I come to you with my cares, you will give me rest. Let me find that rest in you today. Let me lay my anxieties at your feet and rest in the knowledge that you are in control, that you are good, and that you are with me. Father, help me to be mindful of the moments when anxiety threatens to take root. In those moments, may I quickly turn to you, asking for your peace to flood my heart. Let me not allow anxiety to steal my joy or my focus. Instead, help me to remember that you are the one who holds all things together, and in you, I have nothing to fear. You are my refuge, my strength, and my peace. Thank you, Lord, for the peace that you offer. Thank you for the assurance that, no matter what I face, you are with me, and you will never leave me. Thank you for the strength to let go of anxiety and trust in you. I choose to walk in your peace today, knowing that with you by my side, I can face anything that comes my way. May your peace rule in my heart, and may it be the foundation of every thought, word, and action I take today. Father, as I come before you today, I recognize the power of your love and grace, and I am reminded of the times when I have fallen short. I am grateful for the peace you offer, but I also know that true peace cannot fully take root until I release the weight of my mistakes and seek your forgiveness. Lord, I humbly ask for your forgiveness, not only for the sins I have committed, but for the times I have turned away from your path, seeking my own way instead of following your will. In the quiet moments of reflection, I realize how often I have allowed pride, anger, and selfishness to take hold of me. I have hurt others, and at times, I have hurt myself. These actions have created distance between us, Father, and it is in those moments of separation that I feel the weight of my heart. Today, I choose to bring these things before you and lay them at your feet. I ask for your forgiveness, knowing that you are a merciful and loving God, ready to restore me to your grace. Lord, I know that I am not perfect. I will never be free from the temptation to stray or to act in ways that are not aligned with your heart, but I trust in your promise that if I confess my sins, you are faithful and just to forgive me and to cleanse me from all unrighteousness. Thank you, Father, for offering this forgiveness freely, without condemnation. I do not have to earn it or prove my worthiness. It is given to me because of your unfailing love and mercy. In these moments, I choose to release the shame that may accompany my mistakes. I no longer want to carry the burden of guilt and regret, for I know that you have already paid the price for my sins. Jesus' sacrifice on the cross means that I am not defined by my failures, but by your love. When I accept your forgiveness, I am made new, washed clean, and restored to the right relationship with you. Help me to embrace this forgiveness fully and to let it transform my heart. Father, I also recognize that forgiveness is not just about receiving it, but about offering it to others. There are times when I have held on to anger or resentment, believing that by doing so, I would somehow protect myself from further hurt. But in truth, this bitterness only keeps me chained to the past and to the wounds that you desire to heal. Lord, I ask for your strength to forgive those who have wronged me. It is not easy, and at times it feels impossible. But I know that with your help, I can choose to forgive and to let go of the pain. Just as you have forgiven me, help me to forgive others, and in doing so, to release myself from the chains of resentment. Lord, help me to remember that forgiveness is not just for the one who has wronged me, but for my own peace and healing. When I hold on to unforgiveness, I am the one who suffers. It poisons my heart, my thoughts, and my actions. But when I choose to forgive, I allow your healing to flow freely within me. It is an act of obedience to you and a step toward freedom and restoration. Father, I also recognize that forgiveness is not always a one-time event. There are times when the wounds of the past resurface, and the temptation to hold on to bitterness and anger returns. In those moments, remind me to choose forgiveness again. Help me to remember that your forgiveness is not conditional. It is freely given, and I am called to extend that same grace to others. Let your love flow through me so that I can continually choose peace, healing, and reconciliation. I pray for the strength to let go of the grudges that have kept me from fully experiencing your love. Help me to see those who have hurt me through your eyes of compassion, grace, and mercy. When I look at them, remind me that they, too, are in need of your forgiveness, just as I am. Help me to release any sense of entitlement to vengeance or retribution, knowing that you are the ultimate judge and that you will deal justly with every situation. Lord, thank you for your endless forgiveness. Thank you for the new mercies you offer me each day. I do not deserve your grace, but you give it freely, and for that, I am eternally grateful. As I move forward today, help me to carry the weight of forgiveness in my heart. May it be a source of freedom, not only for me, but for those I encounter. Let me extend the same grace and mercy to others that you have so abundantly extended to me. As I continue through this day, Father, help me to stay rooted in your forgiveness. Let it shape the way I view myself, the way I view others, and the way I respond to the world around me. Help me to never take your forgiveness for granted, but to live in the fullness of the grace you have given me. May your forgiveness be the lens through which I see everything in my life, and may it lead me to walk in peace, love, and compassion. Thank you for washing me clean, for restoring my heart, and for drawing me back to your side. I am humbled by your grace and overwhelmed by your love. As I forgive, Lord, help me to also receive your forgiveness with an open heart, knowing that I am made whole by your sacrifice and your endless mercy. Father, as I pause to reflect on the forgiveness you have granted me, I now turn my thoughts to the wisdom I need for today. I know that I am never alone in my journey, and I recognize that in every decision, in every moment of uncertainty, I need your wisdom to guide me. I acknowledge that I do not have all the answers, and I am in constant need of your direction. Today, I ask that you fill me with the wisdom that only you can provide, a wisdom that surpasses my own understanding and allows me to walk in the path you have set before me. God, I realize that wisdom is not just about knowing what to do in any given moment, but about aligning my thoughts, my actions, and my heart with your will. It is about seeking your guidance in every area of my life, whether big or small. I know that you are the source of all wisdom, and it is in your presence that I will find the clarity and discernment I need. Help me, Lord, to always seek you first, to always consult your word, and to always trust in your perfect understanding. When I face decisions today, whether they be minor or significant, I ask that you help me to walk in wisdom. Help me to see things from your perspective and to make choices that honor you. I am aware that I often rely too heavily on my own knowledge and experience. But today, I choose to surrender my understanding to you. I want to trust in your ways, even when they do not make sense to me, because I know that you see the bigger picture. Father, your word tells me that if I lack wisdom, I can ask of you, and you will give it generously. I take comfort in that promise today. When I feel uncertain or unsure of the right decision, I trust that you will give me the wisdom I need. Whether it is a decision about my relationships, my work, or my personal life, I know that your wisdom is available to me, and I can lean on it fully. I also recognize that wisdom is not just about knowing what is right, but also about applying that knowledge in my daily life. It is not enough to simply understand what you desire for me. I must also take action in obedience. Wisdom requires both knowing and doing. So, Father, I ask that you help me not only to hear your voice, but also to act on what you reveal to me. Give me the courage to follow through on your guidance, even when it feels uncomfortable or when I do not fully understand the outcome. When I face challenges today, Lord, I ask that your wisdom would be my guide. I know that difficulties and obstacles are a part of life, but I also know that your wisdom gives me the strength to endure them. Help me to see every challenge as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to trust in your ability to lead me through it. When I am tempted to rely on my own strength or understanding, remind me that true wisdom comes from you alone. Father, I also ask for wisdom in my relationships, in my interactions with others. Help me to speak words of kindness, truth, and love. Give me the wisdom to understand the hearts of those around me and to respond in a way that reflects your love. In moments of conflict, remind me that wisdom is not just about being right, but about seeking peace and reconciliation. Help me to be slow to anger and quick to listen, always striving to understand before reacting. Lord, I know that wisdom also comes from learning to be still before you. In the business of life, it is easy to rush ahead, making decisions without taking the time to listen for your guidance. But today, I want to slow down and seek you in the quiet moments. I ask that you give me a heart that is open to hearing your voice, even in the midst of the noise and distractions of daily life. Help me to make space for you, to create moments of stillness where I can hear your wisdom clearly and without interference. Father, I pray that your wisdom would transform the way I think. Help me to focus on what is true, pure, and noble. Guard my thoughts from negativity, fear, and doubt. When the enemy tries to sow seeds of confusion, remind me that your wisdom is a shield that can protect me from every lie. Fill my mind with your truth and let it guide my actions, words, and decisions today. Lord, I also know that wisdom is a process. It is not something I will fully possess in a single moment, but something I must continue to seek and cultivate throughout my life. I ask that you help me to grow in wisdom each day. As I encounter new situations, help me to learn from them and to become more like you in my thoughts and actions. I trust that as I seek your wisdom, you will continue to guide me, shaping me into the person you have called me to be. God, I also recognize that wisdom is not about controlling my circumstances, but about trusting you with them. It is easy to want to figure everything out on my own, to try to control the outcome of every situation. But wisdom teaches me to surrender control to you, knowing that you are in charge of every detail of my life. Help me to rest in the knowledge that you are guiding me. Even when I can't see the full picture, your wisdom is perfect, and I trust that you will lead me to the right places at the right time as I move through this day. Father, help me to live in the wisdom you provide. Let every decision I make be guided by your truth, and let every word I speak reflect your love. Help me to trust you completely, knowing that your wisdom is always the best path to take. I ask that you continue to fill me with wisdom as I walk through this day, and may your wisdom be evident in all that I do. Lord, as I continue to reflect on your wisdom and guidance in my life, I am reminded of the one thing that grounds me through every season: your love. In moments of uncertainty and trial, when I feel alone or overwhelmed, I know that it is your love that sustains me. I am humbled by the depth of your love, a love that is unconditional, unchanging, and ever-present. Today, I choose to fully embrace this love and allow it to fill every corner of my heart, knowing that it is your love that gives me strength, peace, and purpose. Father, your love is the foundation of everything. When I feel uncertain or inadequate, your love reminds me of my worth. When I feel weak or incapable, your love strengthens me. When I am lost or confused, your love is the light that guides me home. It is not based on my performance, but on your character, and that knowledge brings me so much comfort. I do not have to strive to earn your love. It is a gift, freely given. I am chosen, I am loved, and I am held in the arms of a God who will never let me go. In the business of life, it is easy to forget just how powerful your love is. Father, it is easy to become consumed by tasks, worries, and the demands of the day. But today, I want to pause and remember the truth that you love me deeply, intimately, and fully. Your love is not a distant concept. It is a present reality that is woven into every moment of my life. Your love is the force that holds me together when I feel like falling apart. It is the peace that calms my anxious heart, and the strength that carries me through every trial. Lord, I pray that you help me to fully accept and understand the magnitude of your love. Help me to believe that I am worthy of your love, not because of anything I have done, but because of who you are. Your love is not conditional on my success or failure. It is constant and unwavering. I am reminded of Romans 8:38-39, where Paul writes that nothing in life or death, nothing in this world or the next, can separate us from the love of God is in Christ Jesus. This love is eternal and never-ending, and I rest in the certainty that your love will always surround me as I face the challenges and uncertainties of today. I choose to live in the truth of your love. When I feel overwhelmed or burdened, remind me that your love is greater than any obstacle. When I feel insecure or inadequate, help me to remember that I am already fully accepted and loved by you. Your love fills me with confidence, and knowing that I do not have to prove myself to anyone or anything. I am already loved, and that is enough. Father, I also recognize that your love is not just for me to enjoy, but for me to share. You have called me to reflect your love to others, to be an instrument of your compassion, grace, and kindness in the world. I ask that you fill me with the ability to love others as you have loved me. When I face difficult people or situations, remind me to see them through your eyes and respond with your love. Your love has the power to heal relationships, to bridge divides, and to bring peace where there is strife. Help me to be a vessel of that love, sharing it freely and abundantly with those around me. Lord, I also want to pray for those who may feel unlovable today, those who are struggling with their own sense of worth or identity. I ask that you surround them with your love, and that they would come to know the depth of your care for them. Help them to see that they are valuable, cherished, and precious in your sight. Let them feel your love in the deepest parts of their being, and be filled with the confidence that they are loved beyond measure. Let this love bring healing and restoration to their hearts. God, I am so thankful for the security that your love brings. No matter what happens today, I know that I am held in your love. When I am uncertain about the future, I can find peace in the knowledge that you are already there, and that your love will never fail me. When things do not go as planned, or when life takes unexpected turns, your love remains constant. It is a rock that I can stand on, a shelter in the storm, and a source of unshakable hope. Thank you for loving me in such a profound and unwavering way. Father, as I walk through today, help me to keep your love at the forefront of my mind. Let it be the filter through which I see the world, the lens through which I view my circumstances and relationships. When challenges arise, remind me that I do not face them alone. You are with me, loving me, guiding me, and holding me through it all. Let me be quick to respond to others with love, to act in kindness, and to speak words of encouragement. May your love overflow in my actions, my thoughts, and my words, bringing light to those around me. Lord, I also ask that you help me to love myself as you love me. Too often, I struggle with self-doubt, insecurity, and guilt, but I know that you have created me with purpose and intention, and that I am loved by you just as I am. Help me to accept myself with the same grace and compassion that you show me. Teach me to walk in the truth that I am fearfully and wonderfully made, created in your image and deeply loved. When I struggle with my self-worth, remind me of the truth that I am valuable because of your love, not because of anything I have done or could do. Thank you, Lord, for the incredible gift of your love. Thank you for the peace, the strength, and the confidence that come from knowing that I am deeply loved by the Creator of the universe. As I move through this day, help me to stay rooted in that love, trusting that no matter what comes my way, I am safe in your care. May your love be the foundation upon which I stand, the light that guides me, and the joy that fills my heart. Father, as I continue to reflect on the love you have so freely given me, I am reminded that it is your truth that holds me steady. In a world where opinions change with the wind and circumstances shift unpredictably, I am grateful that your truth remains unwavering, constant, and sure. Your word is the rock on which I stand, and it is in this truth that I find my stability, my security, and my strength. Today, I pray that you would continue to deepen my understanding of your truth and help me stand firm on the foundation of your promises. Lord, in the midst of a world that constantly tells me what I should believe, how I should live, and what I should value, I find peace in the assurance that your truth is not up for debate. It is not swayed by the trends of culture or the opinions of others. Your truth is eternal, and it is the standard by which I measure my life. I ask, Father, that today your truth would be my compass, guiding me through every decision, every challenge, and every interaction I face. When the world's voice grows loud and the pressures of life begin to weigh on me, remind me that your truth is louder. It speaks of hope when despair tries to take hold, of peace when anxiety threatens to overwhelm, and of love when hatred and division arise. In your truth, I find not only direction but comfort, knowing that I can trust what you say to be true. Help me to hold tightly to your word, Father, and to let it be the filter through which I view everything in my life. Father, I recognize that standing firm in your truth requires a constant effort. The world around me is full of distractions, lies, and misleading paths. It is easy to be swayed, to compromise, or to forget the eternal truth you have revealed to me. But today, I choose to stand firm in the truth of your word. I choose to live by your principles, to trust in your promises, and to align my heart and mind with your will. Give me the courage, Lord, to stand firm even when it is difficult or unpopular. Let me not be shaken by the shifting sands of the world, but instead, let me be firmly planted on the foundation of your truth. Lord, your truth is a shield for me, protecting me from the lies and deceit that surround me. When I face temptation, when I struggle with doubts, or when I feel lost in the confusion of the world, I know that your truth will lead me back to the path of righteousness. I ask that you help me to be vigilant, to guard my heart and mind with the truth of your word. Let it be the sword I use to fight against the lies that the enemy tries to plant in my heart. I know that your truth is my protection, and I ask that you help me to cling to it today and always. Father, I also recognize that standing firm in your truth is not just for my own benefit. It is for the benefit of those around me as well, in a world where truth is often relative. I am called to be a beacon of your light, sharing your truth with others. Help me, Lord, to be a reflection of your truth in all that I do. When I speak, let my words be filled with the truth of your love, grace, and hope. When I act, let my actions be a testament to the truth that I stand on. Give me the courage to share your truth with others, even when it is hard, even when it is uncomfortable, because I know that your truth is the only path to freedom, healing, and salvation. Lord, I know that standing firm in your truth also means staying rooted in your love. Your truth and your love are inseparable, and it is in your love that I find the power to live according to your truth. Without love, your truth can feel harsh, distant, or condemning. But with love, your truth brings freedom, hope, and life. Help me to always remember that your truth is spoken in love, and that as I stand firm in your truth, I am called to share that love with others. Father, I ask that you continue to reveal your truth to me day by day. I know that your word is living and active, and there is always more to discover. Help me to approach your word with a heart that is open and eager to learn, that I may be transformed by it. May your truth be written on my heart, guiding my decisions, shaping my character, and strengthening my faith. Let me not be content with surface-level understanding, but help me to dive deeper into the richness of your word, that I may grow in wisdom and understanding. Lord, as I face the day ahead, I pray that you will help me to stand firm in your truth in every circumstance. Whether I am at work, in my home, or with friends, may your truth be the foundation of my thoughts, my actions, and my words. Let me be an example of your truth to those around me, reflecting your light in a dark world. When challenges arise, when I am faced with difficult decisions or uncomfortable situations, remind me to stand firm in your truth, trusting that your way is always the best way. Thank you, Lord, for the gift of your truth. Thank you for the stability and peace it brings. I am so grateful that I can rely on you, that your truth is a constant in my life, and that you never change. Today, I choose to stand firm in your truth, trusting that it will guide me, protect me, and sustain me. I trust that your truth will always lead me to freedom, and I will hold fast to it no matter what comes my way. Father, as I stand in the truth of your word, I am reminded once again of your incredible faithfulness in my life. You have been my strength, my shield, and my refuge. Today, as I reflect on all you have done for me, I am drawn to ask for your healing and restoration for both my body and my spirit. Lord, I know that you are the great physician, the one who heals every wound, mends every broken heart, and restores what is lost. I trust in your power to heal and to make whole again. I acknowledge that in this journey called life, there are moments when I experience pain, disappointment, and loss. There are times when my heart feels heavy and my spirit feels weary. I have faced challenges that have left scars. Whether physical, emotional, or spiritual. But today, Father, I come before you with an open heart, asking for your healing touch. I ask that you restore me, not just in the areas that are visible, but also in those places that are hidden deep within me. Bring healing to every part of my being, mind, body, and soul. Lord, I know that healing does not always come in the way I expect. Sometimes, it is a gradual process, a journey of trusting you with each step along the way. But even in the waiting, I know that you are at work, and I trust that you are healing me in your perfect timing. Help me to surrender my need for instant relief and to be patient with the process, knowing that you are faithful and that you will never leave me in my pain. I also recognize, Father, that healing is not just about physical restoration, but also emotional and spiritual healing. There are wounds in my heart that only you can touch. There are hurts from the past that I have carried with me. Sometimes, unknowingly, and I ask you to bring those to the surface so that I can be healed. Lord, help me to forgive those who have hurt me, just as you have forgiven me. Let your healing power flow through my relationships, restoring what has been broken and renewing what has been lost. Heal the scars that I have tried to hide, and bring peace to the areas of my heart that have been wounded by unforgiveness, bitterness, or regret. Father, I ask that you would heal me from the inside out. Cleanse me of any negativity, fear, or doubt that has taken root in my spirit. Heal my thoughts and my emotions, and help me to see myself through your eyes. I know that your love is what truly heals, and I ask that you would fill me with that love today. Let it transform my heart and mind, and help me to experience your peace in a way that goes beyond my understanding. Lord, I also lift up to you all those who are experiencing physical pain or illness. I pray for their healing, knowing that you are the one who can restore health and vitality to every body. I ask that you would touch their bodies with your healing power and bring relief to their suffering. Father, for those who are struggling with chronic illness, I pray for strength, endurance, and hope. Let them feel your presence with them in their pain, and remind them that they are not alone. Your word says that by your stripes we are healed, and I trust in that promise. May your healing touch bring restoration to every area of their lives. Father, I also pray for spiritual healing. There are times when my soul feels heavy, weighed down by guilt, shame, or doubt. I ask that you would restore my soul, just as you restore my body. When I am weary, lift me up. When I feel far from you, draw me near. Let your presence be a balm for my spirit, soothing my fears and calming my anxieties. Help me to rest in your love, knowing that in you, I find everything I need for healing and restoration. God, I also pray for the strength to forgive myself. There are moments when I carry guilt and regret over past mistakes. Help me to release these burdens to you. Knowing that you have already forgiven me, let me not live in shame or condemnation, but in the freedom that comes from your grace. Heal my heart. Father, from the wounds I have inflicted upon myself, and help me to see myself as you see me, redeemed, forgiven, and restored. Lord, I ask that you would also restore the relationships in my life that have been broken. I pray for reconciliation where there has been division, peace where there has been conflict, and love where there has been bitterness. Help me to be a vessel of your healing love, and give me the courage to take the steps necessary to bring healing to my relationships. Let your grace flow through me, so that I can extend the same forgiveness and love to others that you have extended to me. Father, I also pray for emotional healing in the hearts of those who are hurting. There are so many in this world who are grieving, who have experienced loss, or who are struggling with deep sadness or despair. I ask that you would draw near to them in their pain and bring comfort to their hearts. Let them feel your presence, Father, and may your healing touch bring them the peace and hope they so desperately need. God, I believe that you are a God of restoration, and I trust that you can heal the brokenness in my life. I trust that you can restore what has been lost, renew what has been damaged, and transform what has been hurt. You are the God who brings beauty from ashes, and I believe that you are working in my life to bring about good, even in the midst of my pain. Thank you, Father, for your healing power. Thank you for the hope that comes from knowing you can restore all things. I trust in your ability to heal me, and I believe that you are at work in every area of my life, bringing healing and restoration according to your perfect will. As I move through today, I will remember that you are the God who heals, the God who restores, and the God who makes all things new. I place my heart, my body, and my soul in your hands, trusting that you will continue to bring your healing touch to my life. Father, as I reflect on the healing and restoration you have so faithfully provided, I am reminded that I am not just healed for the sake of healing alone, but to walk in victory. Victory that comes not from my own efforts, but from your strength, your grace, and your power. Lord, I know that you have already won the ultimate victory over sin, death, and the enemy. And today, I want to claim that victory for my life. I want to walk in the assurance that you have already overcome the world, and that through you, I too am more than a conqueror. When life feels like a battle, when the weight of challenges seems unbearable, it is easy to forget that the victory has already been won. I get caught up in the fight, struggling against what I can see and feel. But today, I choose to remember that you have already secured my victory. The battles I face, though real and difficult, are not the end of the story. They are simply part of the journey you are leading me through. Your word reminds me in Romans 8:37 that, in all these things, we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. This is not just a victory that I will experience in the future, but one that I can walk in today, right now, because of who you are and what you have already done. Lord, help me to remember that victory does not always look like what I expect. Sometimes victory does not mean the absence of struggle. or hardship. It means standing firm in faith, trusting that you are with me, and knowing that no matter what comes my way, I am not alone. Victory is found in your presence, in your promises, and in the strength you provide. Even when the path is hard and the journey feels long, victory is found in trusting that you are leading me to a place of freedom, peace, and purpose. Father, I know that walking in victory requires action. It requires me to step forward in faith, not by sight. It requires me to trust you even when I do not understand the situation or the outcome. It is easy to feel defeated when things are not going the way I hoped, or when I can see a way forward. But I choose today to believe that victory is already mine through you. I will not allow doubt or fear to dictate my thoughts or my actions. Instead, I choose to walk by faith, knowing that your victory is greater than any obstacle I may face. God, you have already given me everything I need to walk in victory. Your Holy Spirit lives within me, equipping me with the power to overcome anything that comes my way. I do not have to fight on my own strength, for you have already given me the weapons of victory, your truth, your peace, your word, and your love. When I feel weak or discouraged, I will lean on you, trusting that you will fight for me. I do not have to be afraid of what lies ahead, because you are my protector, my warrior, and my strength. Lord, I also recognize that walking in victory means living in a posture of gratitude and praise. I do not wait for the circumstances to change before I give you thanks. I praise you in the storm, in the waiting, and in the unknown. When I am surrounded by challenges, I will still choose to worship and declare your greatness, knowing that my victory is secured in you. Thank you for the battles you have already won on my behalf. Thank you for the victory you have already given me through Christ. I will walk with my head held high, not because I have all the answers, but because I know that you are the source of my victory, and in you, I have everything I need. Father, I also ask for the courage to speak victory over my life. I know that life and death are in the power of the tongue, and I want to declare your victory over every area of my life. I will not speak defeat, fear, or discouragement. I will declare your promises, your strength, and your victory over every challenge I face. When I feel like giving up, I will remind myself of your word and speak life into the situations that seem hopeless. Your word is powerful, and when I declare your truth, it transforms my perspective and my heart. Lord, I know that walking in victory also means standing firm against the enemy. The enemy will try to steal my peace, my joy, and my confidence. He will whisper lies and try to make me doubt your goodness. But today, I stand firm in the victory that you have already secured for me. I put on the armor of God, as your word tells me, and I stand strong in your power. I will not be shaken by the lies of the enemy, for I know that the battle has already been won. You are greater than any attack, and I am more than a conqueror through you. Father, thank you for the victory that is mine in Christ. Thank you that through him I have victory over sin, death, and the enemy. I do not have to fear what comes tomorrow, because you have already secured my future. I am victorious today, and I will walk in the victory you have given me, no matter what challenges or trials I face. I trust that I can walk through them with confidence, and knowing that you are with me, strengthening me, and leading me to victory. Lord, I pray for the strength to continue walking in victory each day. When the days are long, when the challenges seem too much, remind me that victory is not just about the outcome, but about the journey. It is about standing firm in my faith, trusting in your promises, and resting in your love. Help me to walk in the victory you have already won, today and every day, knowing that in you, I have everything I need to overcome. Father, as I reflect on the victory you have given me and the strength you continue to provide, I find myself coming to a place where I must surrender not only my actions, but also my timeline. In this journey of faith, I often struggle with impatience, desiring to see results now, to have everything fall into place on my schedule. But today, I choose to trust in your perfect timing, knowing that you are never early and never late. You are always right on time. Lord, I am so often tempted to rush, to force things to happen in my own strength, or to grow anxious about when or how things will unfold. Yet, in the stillness of my heart, I know that your timing is far more perfect than anything I could ever orchestrate. Your timing is a beautiful rhythm, steady and sure, and it leads me exactly where I need to go. Help me, Lord, to rest in the assurance that you are in control of every moment of my life, and that I do not need to rush, worry, or try to force the future into my own hands. I admit, Father, that there are times when waiting feels unbearable. There are moments when I can see the end of the road, and I become frustrated with the uncertainty of it all. But I am reminded that waiting is not wasted time. Waiting, when I surrender it to you, becomes an opportunity to grow in trust, to deepen my dependence on your wisdom, and to experience the beauty of your presence in the journey. In those moments when the waiting feels endless, remind me that you are not idle, but actively working in the background of my life, aligning everything in perfect harmony according to your will. Lord, I know that trusting in your timing also means trusting that you know what is best for me, even when I cannot see the bigger picture. Sometimes, I get caught up in wanting things to happen quickly or on my own terms. But I trust that you know the desires of my heart, and you are leading me in the way that will bring the most fulfillment. Help me to remember that what you have in store for me is greater than anything I could imagine, and your timing is not something to fear, but something to embrace with faith. Father, when I feel that the wait is too long, remind me of your faithfulness in the past. You have always provided at the right moment, always opened doors when it was the perfect time. Your word says in Isaiah 55:9 that, as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are your ways higher than my ways, and your thoughts higher than my thoughts. When I struggle to understand why things are happening the way they are, help me to rest in the knowledge that your understanding far exceeds mine. Your perspective is eternal, and you see the outcome from the beginning to the end. In that truth, I find peace. Lord, I also recognize that your timing is not only for the big, life-changing events, but for the small, everyday moments as well. Every encounter, every decision, every delay, every opportunity is woven together in your timing, shaping me into the person you have called me to be. Help me to embrace your timing in every aspect of my life, from the seemingly insignificant to the life-altering moments. Let me trust that you are working in all things, even when I do not see the immediate purpose. I ask, Father, that you would help me to be patient with myself during times of waiting. It is easy to become discouraged when I do not see the progress I hope for, but I know that your work in me is not measured by the speed of the moment, but by the depth of the transformation. You are not in a rush, and neither should I be. Help me to trust that you are molding me, refining me, and preparing me for what lies ahead. Let me rest in the process, knowing that every season has a purpose and a lesson to teach. Lord, help me to focus on the present moment, not constantly looking to the future for the fulfillment of my desires. I know that I can miss the beauty of today when I am too fixated on what is to come. Teach me to be content in the present, to appreciate the gifts you have given me right now, and to be faithful in what you have entrusted to me in this season. While I wait for the things to come, help me to make the most of the opportunities before me, to serve others, to grow in character, and to deepen my relationship with you. Father, I also acknowledge that trusting your timing requires faith in your character. You are good, you are faithful, and you are loving. Even when the circumstances do not align with my expectations, I trust that you are still good, and that you have not abandoned me. You know the desires of my heart, and you will fulfill them in the perfect way and at the perfect time. Help me to trust in your goodness, knowing that you will always work everything for my good and your glory. When I begin to doubt or feel impatient, I pray that you would remind me of the countless ways you have been faithful throughout my life. You have always provided what I need when I needed it, and you will continue to do so. Let that truth settle in my heart today, Lord, and let it give me peace. Help me to walk forward in confidence, knowing that your timing is always for my benefit, even when I do not understand it. Father, trust that you are never late and never early, but always right on time. Help me to hold on to this truth when I feel uncertain or anxious about the future. Your plan is perfect, and your timing is flawless. Today, I choose to trust in your timing with all my heart. I will not rush or fear the future, but will walk in faith, knowing that you are guiding every step I take, and that in your perfect time, everything will unfold just as you have planned. Father, as I think about your perfect timing and how I can trust you with all aspects of my life, I am reminded that the journey of faith is not without its challenges. One of the greatest battles I often face is fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of what others might think or say. These fears can so easily take root in my heart and cloud my ability to walk forward in your promises. But today, I come before you, acknowledging that in you, Fear does not have to have the final say. Today, I choose to overcome fear with faith. Lord, I know that fear is a natural part of the human experience. It arises when I feel vulnerable, uncertain, or threatened. But I also know that you have not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Your word is clear that when I choose to place my trust in you, fear loses its power. I do not have to be ruled by it. I do not have to live in its grip. Instead, I choose to walk by faith, trusting in your presence, your power, and your promises. Father, when fear tries to creep in, remind me of your perfect love. Your love casts out all fear. When I begin to feel anxious or afraid, help me to remember that your love is my shield. I do not have to be afraid because you are with me. You are the one who has promised to never leave me nor forsake me. And when I stand in that truth, fear cannot hold me captive. Help me to hold on to the love that you have for me, a love that is perfect, unconditional, and always with me. Lord, I recognize that fear often comes when I am trying to control things in my own strength. Fear arises when I forget that you are the one who holds my future and that you are bigger than any obstacle I may face. Help me, Father, to surrender my need for control and to trust you with everything in my life. When I begin to worry about what might happen, remind me that you are already ahead of me, working all things together for my good. Let that truth calm my heart and quiet my mind. Father, I also understand that fear often arises when I am faced with uncertainty. The unknown can be a breeding ground for worry, and I can easily become overwhelmed when I do not know what lies ahead. But today, I choose to trust you in the uncertainty. I do not need to have all the answers, because you are the answer. You know the way forward, and I trust that you will lead me through whatever challenges come my way. Help me to let go of the need to have everything figured out and to trust in your ability to guide me every step of the way. When fear tries to paralyze me, Lord, help me to step forward in faith. I may not have all the answers, and I may not know exactly what will happen, but I know that you are with me, and that is enough. I ask that you give me the courage to keep moving forward, one step at a time, trusting that you will be with me every step of the way. You promised that you would never leave me, and I believe that you will provide the strength and courage I need to face each day with faith, not fear. Father, help me to remember that faith and fear cannot coexist. I cannot walk in both at the same time. When I choose fear, I am stepping away from your promises and your peace. But when I choose faith, I am stepping into your truth, trusting that you will never leave me nor forsake me. Today, I choose faith. I choose to trust in your goodness, your power, and your faithfulness. I choose to trust that you are bigger than any fear I may face, and that you are more than capable of handling every situation that comes my way. Lord, I know that fear often causes me to focus on my limitations. It tells me that I am not enough, that I am not capable, or that the circumstances are too great for me to handle. But today, I choose to focus on you, the one who is greater than all my fears. You are my strength, my refuge, and my rock. You are the one who makes the impossible possible. When I feel weak, I know that in you I am strong. When I feel like I am not enough, remind me that you are more than enough. Your power is made perfect in my weakness, and that is where I find my strength. Father, I also know that fear thrives in isolation. It is easy for me to feel overwhelmed when I try to handle everything on my own. But today, I choose to bring my fears to you. I will not try to face them alone, because I know that you are with me. Your presence gives me the courage to face what lies ahead, and your word assures me that I am never alone. You are always by my side, ready to help me, guide me, and strengthen me. When I feel afraid, help me to turn to you, knowing that you will be my help and my shield. Lord, help me to take every thought captive and bring it to you when fear arises. I know that it often starts with my thoughts. It starts with the what-ifs and the doubts that I allow to take root in my mind. Help me to recognize these thoughts when they come and to replace them with the truth of your word. You have not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Help me to speak your truth over my fears, declaring that you are greater, that you are in control, and that nothing is impossible for you. Father, I pray that you would continue to strengthen my faith, that I may walk in victory over fear. Help me to trust in you with every part of my life. When fear tries to take hold, remind me of your love, your power, and your faithfulness. Let your peace reign in my heart, knowing that you are always with me, and that with you, I can overcome anything. I choose today to walk in faith, not fear, trusting that you will lead me through every trial, every challenge, and every uncertainty. Father, as I reflect on the courage to face my fears with faith, I am drawn to consider the deeper meaning behind each step I take. I know that you have not only called me to walk through this life, but to do so with purpose, an intentional walk that is grounded in your will. Every moment is filled with potential, every interaction with meaning. Today, I pray that you help me live with purpose, to be intentional in all that I do, to seek your direction in every decision, and to trust that I am fulfilling the unique calling you have placed on my life. Lord, in this world full of distractions, it is easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. It is easy to become overwhelmed by the business of life and forget that there is a purpose for every moment. Help me to remain focused on what truly matters, following your will, serving others, and living out the love and grace that you have freely given me. Let me not be swayed by the fleeting concerns of the world, but help me to stay grounded in the purpose that you have set before me. Father, I know that purpose is not something I have to find on my own, but something you have already placed within me. You have created me with unique gifts, talents, and passions, and you have a specific plan for my life. Help me to discover more of who you have made me to be, and to align my actions with that purpose. I trust that you will guide me toward the work that you have set out for me, whether it is big or small, and that each step I take in your direction will bring me closer to fulfilling your calling. Lord, I confess that sometimes I feel unsure about my purpose. I struggle with doubt, wondering if I am on the right path or if I am doing enough. But I know that you are always faithful, and your plans for me are good, even in the moments when I feel lost or uncertain. I can trust that you are working behind the scenes, orchestrating everything for my good. Help me to walk in faith, and knowing that you will reveal your purpose for me in your perfect timing. When I am unsure, remind me to rest in you and trust that your direction will always be clear. Father, I ask that you help me to see every day as an opportunity to fulfill the purpose you have set before me. Whether I am at work, spending time with loved ones, or simply going about my daily routine, remind me that every action, no matter how small, can be filled with purpose. Let me be intentional in my interactions with others, sharing your love and kindness in everything I do. When I serve others, I am serving you, and in that, I find purpose. Help me to live each day with a heart that is focused on what matters most, loving you and loving others. God, help me to discern your will in all areas of my life when I face decisions, whether big or small. I pray that you would make your purpose clear to me. When I am unsure, help me to listen to your voice, to trust in your guidance, and to move forward in faith. I ask that you remove any distractions that keep me from seeing your plan, and that you give me the wisdom to make choices that align with your will. Help me to live in a way that reflects your love and grace, and to pursue the path that you have set for me. Lord, I also recognize that living with purpose requires discipline. It is easy to be distracted by the many things that compete for my attention. But I know that to live with intention, I must be disciplined in how I spend my time and energy. Help me to prioritize what truly matters, to focus on the work you have called me to, and to let go of things that do not align with your purpose. I pray that you would give me the strength to be consistent in pursuing my purpose, even when it feels challenging or when distractions arise. Let my actions reflect my commitment to following you. Father, I know that my purpose is not just about what I do, but about who I am becoming. You are shaping my character, refining my heart, and teaching me the importance of living out my purpose with humility, kindness, and love. Help me to be patient with myself as I grow and to trust that you are at work in every area of my life. I know that your purpose for me is not just about what I achieve, but about the person I am becoming in you. Help me to live with integrity and grace, and to allow my character to reflect your love to the world. God, I also recognize that my purpose is tied to the bigger picture of your kingdom. Every action I take, every word I speak, and every relationship I build has eternal significance. I pray that you would help me to live with a kingdom mindset, seeking first your kingdom and your righteousness. Let me not be consumed with the temporary concerns of this world, but help me to focus on the eternal impact of my choices. Let my life be a reflection of your kingdom, and may my purpose be aligned with bringing glory to you. Lord, I know that my purpose is to love you with all my heart, soul, and mind, and to love my neighbor as myself. Every day, Help me to live out this purpose. Help me to love others well, to show compassion and grace, and to serve those around me. When I feel like my purpose is unclear, remind me that everything I do with love and for your glory is part of fulfilling my calling. Let me never forget that my purpose is not just a destination, but a journey of love and service. Thank you, Father, for the gift of purpose. Thank you for creating me with intention and for giving me the opportunity to walk in your plan. Help me to trust that you are guiding me every step of the way, and to live each day with a heart full of purpose and faith. I choose today to walk intentionally, trusting that you will lead me, and that every moment can be filled with meaning when I live it in your will. Father, as I walk in the purpose you have set before me, I am reminded of the importance of your word in guiding my every step. Your word is not just something to read or memorize, but it is something to live by. It is the foundation of everything I do and the standard by which I measure my thoughts, my actions, and my heart. Lord, I pray that today I would live out your word in a way that brings honor to you and reflects your love to those around me. I know, Father, that your word is living and active. It speaks to me in every season of life, and it holds the answers to every question. Every struggle and every challenge I may face, when I feel lost or uncertain, your word is the light that shows me the way. When I feel discouraged or overwhelmed, your word is the strength that sustains me. Today, I ask that you would help me to not only hear your word, but to live it out in every moment of my day. Let your word be more than just words on a page. Let it be the truth by which I walk, the power that shapes me, and the guide that leads me. Lord, I recognize that living out your word requires more than just knowing it. It requires obedience. It is one thing to read the Bible and to hear your promises, but is another thing entirely to walk in them. Pray that you would give me the strength to obey what you have spoken to me when I face challenges or difficult choices. Help me to remember the truth of your word and to choose your way, not my own. Help me to trust that your way is always the best way, even when it is not the easiest or most convenient path. Father, your word calls me to love others as you have loved me. It calls me to forgive, to serve, and to be a reflection of your grace and mercy. I ask that today I would live out these commandments in a way that reflects your heart. When I interact with others, may my words and actions be filled with your love and kindness. Help me to see people through your eyes, to respond with compassion, and to extend grace where it is needed. Let your love flow through me, so that others may experience the truth of who you are through the way I live. Lord, your word also calls me to be strong and courageous, to not be afraid or dismayed, for you are with me wherever I go. I know that fear can easily take hold of my heart, especially when I am faced with the unknown or when challenges arise. But I trust that with you by my side, I do not need to fear. Your word tells me that you are my refuge and my strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Help me to stand firm on these promises, to live courageously, and to move forward with the confidence that you are with me every step of the way. Father, I also pray that your word would transform my heart. It is easy to become distracted by the noise of the world, or to let the struggles of life harden my heart. But your word is living and active, and it has the power to soften, renew, and shape my heart. When I feel bitter, angry, or unforgiving, I pray that your word would soften my heart and teach me to love as you love. Help me to forgive as you have forgiven me, to let go of past hurts, and to walk in peace. Lord, I also recognize that living out your word means being a light in this world. You have called me to be salt and light, to bring your love and truth to those around me, in a world that is dark and broken. I want to be a reflection of your light. Help me to stand firm in your truth, to speak boldly when necessary, and to always act with integrity. Let my life be a testimony of your grace, and let others see you in me. When people look at me, I want them to see a glimpse of you, to experience your love and kindness through the way I live. Father, I also know that living out your word requires perseverance. It is not always easy to stay true to your word, especially when life gets hard or when I am tempted to take shortcuts. But I trust that your word is worth living by, and I ask for the strength to keep going. Even when it is difficult, when I grow weary or discouraged, remind me that you are with me, that your word will never fail, and that the rewards of living according to your will far outweigh any temporary struggle. Help me to run the race with endurance, keeping my eyes fixed on you, the author and perfecter of my faith. Lord, I also ask for the humility to continually learn from your word. I know that there is always more to discover, more to understand, and more to apply. Help me to approach your word with a humble heart, willing to be corrected, guided, and shaped. Let your word be my constant companion, something I return to daily to find refreshment, wisdom, and direction. Let it be the lens through which I view the world, and let it shape my thoughts, my words, and my actions. Father, as I go through today, I pray that your word would be a constant source of strength and guidance. Let it speak to me in every situation, providing the wisdom I need to make decisions, the courage I need to face challenges, and the peace I need to stay grounded. Help me to live according to your word, not just in moments of convenience, but in every aspect of my life. May your word be the foundation of everything I do, and may I live out your truth in a way that brings glory to you and reflects your love to the world around me. Father, as I reflect on your word and the wisdom it brings, I am reminded of the importance of trusting in your sovereignty. It is so easy to become overwhelmed by the events of life, to become consumed with worry and the desire to control everything around me. But today, I choose to rest in the assurance that you are in control. You are sovereign over every aspect of my life, and nothing happens without your permission. I can trust in your plan, even when I do not understand it, because I know that you are good and you have a purpose for all things. Lord, your sovereignty means that you are above all, greater than any challenge or circumstance I may face. You are the creator of the heavens and the earth, and you have authority over everything. When I feel anxious or fearful, help me to remember that you are in control, and that nothing is beyond your reach. I do not have to worry about tomorrow or the unknowns ahead, because you already know what is coming, and you have already prepared a way for me. In you, I find my peace and my confidence, knowing that you are the one who holds my future. Father, I know that trusting in your sovereignty means surrendering my need for control. So often, I try to manage my own life, to dictate my own plans, and to manipulate the circumstances around me to fit my desires. But I recognize today that this only leads to frustration and anxiety. When I hold on to control, I am not trusting in you. So, Lord, I release my grip on my own plans and surrender them to you. I trust that your plans are better than mine, and that your ways are higher than my ways. Help me to follow your lead, and to trust that you will guide me in the path that is best for me. Lord, when life feels uncertain, remind me of your sovereignty. In moments of doubt, I will trust in your perfect timing. When things do not make sense, I will trust in your understanding. I will choose to let go of my need for immediate answers and rest in the truth that you see the whole picture. You know what is best for me, and even in the hardest moments, I can trust that you are working all things together for my good. God, I know that your sovereignty is not just a theological concept, but a daily reality. It means that you are sovereign over my relationships, my work, my health, and my emotions. You are the one who orchestrates every part of my life. And you are always working in the background, even when I cannot see it. When I face struggles in relationships, I trust that you are working to bring reconciliation and healing. When I face challenges at work or in my personal life, I trust that you are at work in those situations, guiding me and providing for me. Father, I also recognize that trusting in your sovereignty means trusting in your perfect justice. When I see injustice or unfairness in the world, it is easy to become angry or discouraged. But I know that you are the ultimate judge, and you will make all things right in the end. Help me to leave judgment in your hands, knowing that you are perfectly just, and that you will take care of every wrong. When I feel like things are not fair, remind me that you see all things, and that you will bring justice in your time. Lord, your sovereignty also means that you are sovereign over the circumstances of my life. There are times when life feels out of control, when the waves of life seem to be crashing in from every side, but I trust that you are in control of every storm. You calm the winds and the waves with just a word. When I am afraid, remind me of your power and your authority. I do not have to be afraid, because you are with me, and you are sovereign over everything. Father, help me to trust in your sovereignty even when I do not understand why certain things happen. There are moments when life feels like a mystery, when things seem to be falling apart, and I cannot see the purpose behind the pain. In those moments, help me to trust that you are working in ways I cannot yet see. I know that you are not distant, that you are not indifferent to my struggles, but that you are working all things for good. Even in the difficult moments, I will choose to trust that you are still sovereign and that you are still in control. Lord, I also recognize that your sovereignty means that you are sovereign over my heart. You know the deepest desires of my soul, and you are the one who can satisfy them. When I long for peace, I trust that you are the source of that peace. When I feel restless or discontent, remind me that only you can fill that void. Your sovereignty means that you are the one who holds my heart in your hands, and I can trust that you will guide me toward what is best for me. Help me to surrender my heart to you completely, knowing that you are the one who knows it best, and that you will lead me to a place of contentment and joy in you. Father, I also pray that your sovereignty would give me the courage to live boldly. When I am uncertain about the future, or when fear tries to hold me back, help me to step forward in faith, trusting that you are the one who is guiding me. Your sovereignty means that I am not alone in this journey, that you are always with me, leading me in the way that is best. Help me to be bold in my faith, knowing that you are the one who equips me, sustains me, and empowers me to do your will. Lord, I want to thank you for the peace that comes from knowing that you are sovereign over all. You hold the world in your hands, and you are the one who knows the end from the beginning. When life feels uncertain, help me to remember that you are in control, and that I can trust you with everything. Your sovereignty is a source of rest, knowing that I do not have to figure everything out on my own. I can trust that you are working behind the scenes, guiding my steps, and leading me toward the fulfillment of your perfect will. Father, as I continue to walk in the assurance of your sovereignty, I find myself deeply aware of my own imperfections. As I reflect on your control over every aspect of my life, I also realize how often I fall short of the standard you have set for me. I can be hard on myself, striving for perfection, and sometimes feeling like I am failing when I fall short. But today, I choose to embrace your grace in the midst of my imperfection. I choose to rest in the truth that your grace is greater than my mistakes, and that your love covers every area of my life where I am broken. Lord, I know that your grace is not something I earn or deserve, but a gift freely given. When I fall short, your grace is there to pick me up, to forgive me, and to restore me. Your word reminds me that your grace is sufficient for me, that in my weakness, your power is made perfect. Today, I choose to release the guilt and shame I often carry when I make mistakes. I will not let my imperfections define me, because your grace has already made me whole. Father, I acknowledge that I often struggle to accept my own imperfections. It is difficult for me to allow myself the freedom to make mistakes, to fail, and to not have everything perfectly aligned. But I know that you do not expect me to be perfect, and you do not condemn me for my failures. You see me as your beloved child, and your grace is sufficient to cover me in every area where I fall short. Help me to embrace this truth with an open heart, to receive your grace fully and without hesitation. I do not have to be perfect to be loved by you. Lord, your grace allows me to move forward in life with confidence, knowing that every misstep, every failure, and every imperfection is already covered by the blood of Jesus. I am not bound by my past mistakes. I am free to walk in the fullness of your love, knowing that you have already forgiven me, and that your grace is continually at work in my life. Help me to walk in that freedom today, to live without the weight of perfectionism, and to allow your grace to be the foundation of my life. When I am tempted to believe that I am not enough, remind me that I am enough because of you. My worth is not defined by what I can or cannot do, but by the fact that I am your child. Help me to stop measuring my value based on my performance or my accomplishments. Instead, help me to measure my worth based on your love for me, which never changes, never fades, and is always enough. Your grace makes me whole, and I no longer need to strive for something that you have already provided. Father, I ask that your grace would fill me with humility. When I see my imperfections, I am reminded of my need for you. I cannot do this on my own. I need your grace to live each day, to make the right choices, and to grow into the person you have created me to be. Help me to approach life with a humble heart, acknowledging my dependence on you, and recognizing that it is only through your grace that I am able to do anything. Teach me to rely on your grace, to rest in it, and to let it flow freely through every area of my life. Lord, your grace is not just for me in moments of failure or weakness, but in every part of my life, when I succeed, when I am doing well, and when things are going according to plan. Your grace is still there, reminding me that everything I have comes from you. Help me to never forget that I am only able to do anything because of your grace. Let my accomplishments be a reflection of your grace at work within me, and let me give you the glory for everything I achieve. Father, I also know that your grace is meant to be extended to others, just as you have shown me grace. I am called to show grace to those around me. It is easy to be critical of others when they make mistakes, but help me to remember that they, too, are in need of your grace. Let me extend the same forgiveness, compassion, and understanding to others that you have extended to me. Let me be quick to offer grace and slow to judge, knowing that I am not perfect, and I, too, rely on your grace every day. Lord, your grace is a powerful force. It heals the brokenhearted, restores the weary, and lifts up the fallen. I pray that your grace would be at work in the hearts and lives of those around me. When I see others struggling, help me to offer grace and encouragement. Let your grace be the foundation of my interactions with others, so they, too, may experience the freedom and peace that comes from knowing they are loved and accepted by you. Father, I pray that you would help me to always live in the awareness of your grace. Let it be a constant source of joy and peace in my life. When I feel overwhelmed by my imperfections or discouraged by my failures, help me to remember that your grace is more than enough. I do not have to be perfect to be loved, and I do not have to have everything figured out to be used by you. Your grace is sufficient for every need, and it is in your grace that I find strength, renewal, and hope. Lord, as I move through today, help me to embrace my imperfections, knowing that they do not define me. Let me live with confidence, trusting that your grace covers every weakness, every mistake, and every area where I fall short. I will walk in your grace today, relying on your love to sustain me and to guide me. Thank you, Father, for your grace that is always enough. always sufficient and always available to me. Help me to live in that grace and to extend it to others, so that we may all experience the freedom and joy that comes from knowing we are loved by you. Father, as I reflect on your unending grace, I am reminded of how it transforms every part of my life. It is not just a concept to be understood, but a living, breathing force that touches my heart, my soul, and my spirit every single day. Your grace is what makes it possible for me to stand, to live, and to walk forward with hope despite the struggles and imperfections I face. I am so grateful for your grace, Father, for it is through your grace that I can step into today with renewed strength, freedom, and peace. It is so easy, Lord, to get caught up in the whirlwind of life, the demands of the day, the worries about tomorrow, and the expectations that come from all sides can sometimes cloud my heart and mind. But your grace gives me the ability to see beyond these momentary distractions and to focus on what truly matters. Your presence, your love, and your calling for my life. You offer me the grace to rise above the challenges and to face each day with a heart full of trust in you. Father, I know that walking in the light of your grace requires me to continually keep my eyes on you. It means not letting the circumstances of life determine my peace, but letting your grace be the foundation of my life. Your grace teaches me that no matter how many times I stumble or fall, I am never beyond the reach of your love. You are always there, lifting me up, forgiving me, and calling me back to your embrace. Today, I choose to walk in the light of this grace, knowing I do not have to be perfect to be loved and accepted by you. Lord, I realize that your grace also enables me to extend grace to others. It is so easy to hold on to hurt or to become frustrated with those who disappoint or hurt me. But when I look at others through the lens of your grace, I see them as you see them, imperfect but deeply loved, just as I am. Your grace frees me from the burden of judgment and resentment, and instead calls me to offer forgiveness, kindness, and understanding. Help me to walk in this grace today, Lord, to reflect your heart to others, especially when it is hard. Remind me that just as you have forgiven me, I am called to forgive others. Father, as I go through this day, I ask that you help me to stay mindful of your grace in every moment. When I encounter challenges, may I respond with a heart full of grace and a mind that seeks your wisdom. Let your grace empower me to act with patience and love, to speak with kindness, and to serve with humility in every interaction. Help me to be a reflection of the grace that has been poured out on me. God, your grace is also what gives me the strength to live out my purpose. I know that I am not called to walk this path on my own, but that you have equipped me with everything I need to fulfill the calling you have placed on my life. Your grace enables me to live with intention, to make decisions that honor you, and to pursue the work you have set before me. I trust that you will continue to guide me in your grace, giving me the strength and wisdom to fulfill your plans for my life. When I feel discouraged or inadequate, remind me that your grace is sufficient for me. It is not by my own strength or ability that I accomplish anything, but by your power working within me. Help me to rely on your grace, knowing that you are the one who empowers me to do all things. Let me rest in the assurance that your grace is always enough, no matter what I face. Lord, I also recognize that your grace is what helps me to persevere. Life is full of challenges, and it can be easy to become weary or discouraged, but your grace strengthens me to keep going, even when I feel like giving up. When the road is long and the obstacles seem insurmountable, help me to remember that your grace is there, sustaining me, helping me to press on. Your grace does not just get me through the easy moments, but it carries me through the hardest times as well. In my weakness, your grace is made strong, and that is enough. Father, your grace is also what brings healing to my soul. When I am broken, hurting, or in need of restoration, your grace is there to mend the pieces of my heart. You are the healer of my wounds, the comforter of my sorrow, and the restorer of my joy. Your grace allows me to find peace in the midst of pain and hope in the face of uncertainty. Help me to continue to trust in your grace, knowing that you are always at work in me, making me whole. Lord, I thank you for the gift of your grace, which is a constant presence in my life. I do not deserve it, yet you pour it out freely every single day. Your grace is what holds me together, what gives me the courage to face each day, and what empowers me to live according to your will. I am grateful for the grace that I have received and for the grace that I will continue to experience as I walk forward in faith. I trust that you will never stop pouring your grace over me, and I pray that your grace will be evident in every part of my life today. Help me to live in a way that reflects your grace, to extend it to others, and to walk confidently in the freedom that your grace provides. Today, I choose to live in the light of your grace, knowing that it is through your grace that I am made new, and through your grace that I will continue to grow, to love, and to serve. May your grace guide me every step of the way. Father, as I continue to walk in the light of your grace, I am reminded of the importance of living in alignment with your will. Your grace has sustained me, your love has guided me, and your word has been a lamp to my feet. Now, I come before you with a heart full of surrender, asking that your will be done in my life. I know that the path you have for me is the best path. Even when it is difficult to see the way forward, I trust that you are guiding me with purpose and intention. And today, I choose to walk in that trust. Lord, I acknowledge that sometimes I struggle with submitting my own plans to your will. I want to be in control, to make decisions based on my own understanding. But I recognize that my understanding is limited, and your wisdom is infinite. I confess that at times I have resisted your leading because it did not align with my desires or my timeline. But today, I choose to surrender my will to yours, trusting that you know what is best for me. I want to live in a way that honors you, that reflects your love and grace to the world, and that aligns with the purpose you have set before me. Father, I know that living according to your will is not always easy. The world tells me to pursue my own happiness, to seek success and fulfillment based on my own terms. But I know that true fulfillment comes when I seek first your kingdom and righteousness. Help me to focus on what matters most, following your lead, serving others, and living a life that reflects your love. When I face difficult decisions, remind me to turn to you first, to ask for your guidance, and to trust in your plan. Your will is perfect, and I want to walk in it with obedience and faith. Lord, I also recognize that living according to your will means trusting in your timing. So often, I am eager for results, eager for answers, and eager to see the fruits of my labor. But your word reminds me that everything is made beautiful in its time. Help me to trust in your perfect timing, to be patient and to wait for your direction when things feel uncertain. I know that you are never late and never early, but always right on time. Give me the strength to wait when needed, and the courage to act when it is time. Father, living out your will also means being faithful in the small things. It is easy to get caught up in the big picture, in the long-term goals and dreams. But you have called me to be faithful with what is in front of me today. Whether it is in my relationships, my work, or my personal growth, help me to give my best to the tasks and responsibilities you have entrusted to me. Let me not despise the small beginnings or the seemingly insignificant moments, because I know that it is in these small acts of obedience that I am preparing myself for greater things. Let me be faithful in the little things, and knowing that they are not little to you. Lord, I also ask for your guidance in making decisions that align with your will. When I face moments of uncertainty, when I do not know which path to take, I ask that you make your will clear to me. Help me to hear your voice above all other voices, and to discern your guidance with clarity. I trust that you will never leave me to make decisions on my own, but will lead me with wisdom and grace. Let your peace be the confirmation in my heart that I am walking in the right direction. Father, I also pray that you would help me to live out your will with joy. It is easy to view obedience as a burden, especially when the path is difficult or when the demands feel overwhelming. But your word tells me that your yoke is easy, your burden is light. Help me to walk in the joy that comes from knowing that I am doing what you have called me to do. Let me find fulfillment in serving you, knowing that every step of obedience brings me closer to the life you have planned for me. Lord, I know that living out your will also involves trusting you with my future. I do not know what tomorrow holds, and I do not know what challenges lie ahead. But I know that you have already gone before me, and that you are already at work in every situation. Help me to trust in the future you have for me, to let go of any fears or anxieties about what may come. I trust that you will guide me every step of the way, and that no matter what, you are in control. Your plan for my life is good, and I choose to trust in it. Father, I also recognize that your will is not just for my benefit, but for the benefit of others. You have called me to love and serve those around me, to be a light in the darkness, and to share the hope that I have in you. Help me to live out your will by showing love, compassion, and kindness to those I encounter, whether in my family, my community, or my workplace. Let me be a reflection of your love and grace. Let my life be a testimony of your goodness, so that others may be drawn to you and experience the hope that I have found in you. Lord, as I move forward today, I pray that you would help me to live intentionally, to make decisions that reflect your will, and to pursue the life that you have designed for me. I pray that you would give me the strength to say no to the things that do not align with your will, and to say yes to the things that will bring glory to your name. I trust that your will for me is good, pleasing, and perfect, and I want to live in alignment with that truth. Thank you, Father, for the gift of your guidance and for the opportunity to live in your will. I am so grateful that I do not have to walk this journey alone, but that you are with me every step of the way, leading me, guiding me, and shaping me into the person you have created me to be. Today, I choose to live for you, to seek your will, and to trust that you will lead me in the right direction. Your will is my purpose, and I rest in the peace of knowing that I am following your plan for my life. Father, as I reflect on the journey of trusting in your will, I am reminded the key to fully experiencing the peace and fulfillment that comes from living according to your plan is obedience. It is easy to say that I trust you, but trusting you truly means submitting to your will, even when it requires more than what feels comfortable, or when it leads me down paths I do not expect. Today, I want to commit once again to obeying your word in every area of my life. I know that my obedience is not just an act of duty, but an act of love, a way to honor you and to live the life you have called me to. Lord, I understand that your word is not just a collection of wisdom and instruction, but it is a guide to living a life that brings glory to you. It is a roadmap for my journey, directing me towards the life you have promised, one of peace, fulfillment, and joy. But that journey requires me to follow the path you have laid out, even when I can see the full picture. Obedience is not always easy, especially when the world tells me to go in a different direction. Yet, I know that your way is always the best way, and that through obedience, I will find the peace and purpose I long for. Father, I confess that there are times when I struggle to obey your word. I may question why things are the way they are, or try to justify my actions when they do not align with your teachings, but I realize that partial obedience is still disobedience, and I do not want to hold back from fully following you. Help me, Lord, to trust that every command, every instruction, and every piece of wisdom in your word is meant to bring me closer to you and to help me live the abundant life you have promised. I want to live in complete alignment with your will. Lord, in the times when I feel unsure, remind me that obedience is not about understanding everything fully. It is about trusting that you know what is best. I do not need to have all the answers or know the outcome. What you ask of me is simple: to trust, to obey, and to step forward in faith. Even when I do not understand, I can trust that you have a purpose for every step, and that you are leading me toward a future filled with hope and promise. Help me to walk in obedience, trusting that you are with me every step of the way, guiding me and strengthening me. Father, I know that living in obedience to your word requires discipline. It is easy to be swayed by the pressures of the world, or to fall into the trap of doing what is convenient rather than what is right. But I want to live by the standard you have set for me. I ask for the strength to stay disciplined in my pursuit of righteousness. When temptation arises, help me to resist. When my flesh wants to take the easy route, help me to choose your way. Your word is a lamp to my feet, and I want to be disciplined in following that light. Lord, obedience also means surrendering my own desires and plans. It is acknowledging that my ways are not always the best ways. I may have my own plans, but I want to submit them to you, knowing that you have better plans for me than I could ever imagine. I trust that you will lead me where I need to go, even when it is not where I thought I wanted to be. Teach me to live in complete surrender, and knowing that in surrendering to your will, I am stepping into a life full of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. Father, obedience is also about the little things, the day choices that shape who I am becoming. It is easy to think of obedience as a big, life-changing decision, but in reality, it is the small, everyday acts of following your word that make all the difference. Whether it is choosing kindness over judgment, forgiveness over bitterness, or patience over frustration, each moment is an opportunity to obey you. Help me to be mindful of these moments, to recognize that in the small acts of obedience, I am reflecting your heart and living out your will. God, I also want to be obedient in the way I love others. Your word calls me to love my neighbors as myself, to forgive as you have forgiven me, and to serve others selflessly. This is not always easy, but I know that when I obey this command, I am reflecting your love to the world. Help me to love others as you have loved me. Let my obedience be evident in the way I treat others, the way I listen, the way I serve, and the way I show compassion. May my life be a testament to the love you have poured into me, and may I live with a heart that is willing to obey your call to love, even when it is difficult. Lord, I know that obedience also requires a heart of humility. It requires me to recognize that you are the ultimate authority in my life, and to submit to that authority willingly. It is easy to want to do things my way, but I know that true freedom comes from surrendering to your will. Help me to stay humble, to acknowledge that you are Lord of my life, and to submit every part of my being to your direction. Let my obedience reflect a heart that recognizes your sovereignty and a spirit that is willing to follow you wherever you lead. Father, I also recognize that obedience is not always immediate. There are times when I hear your voice and know what you are asking of me, but I struggle to take the first step. I fear failure. I fear the unknown, and I hesitate. But today, I choose to take that first step in obedience. Even when I do not know the outcome, I trust that you will provide what I need along the way, and that you will be with me in every step I take. Help me to act on what you have spoken to my heart, knowing that as I obey, you will lead me to the places you have prepared for me. Lord, I thank you for the gift of obedience. It is not always easy, but it is always worth it. I know that when I choose to follow you, to obey your word, and to trust in your will, I am walking in the path of life, the path that leads to peace, purpose, and joy. Help me to continue to walk in obedience today, trusting that you are with me, guiding me, and strengthening me every step of the way. Let my obedience be a reflection of my love for you, and may it bring glory to your name. Father, as I come to the final moments of this prayer, I reflect on the journey that you have led me through in these moments of connection. It has been a journey of surrender, trust, grace, and obedience. Each step along the way has brought me closer to you, and I stand here today, overwhelmed by your presence and your love. Through each chapter, I have learned to lean into your promises and to walk in the assurance that you are always with me, guiding my every step. I am grateful for the strength you have given me and the peace you have poured into my heart. Lord, I know that walking in your peace is a daily choice, a choice to surrender my worries, my fears, and my doubts to you. Every moment, I am presented with opportunities to either hold onto the weight of this world or to rest in your peace. I choose peace. Father, I choose to believe that you are sovereign, that you are in control, and that you will lead me through whatever comes my way. In you, I find the calm amidst the storm, the stillness in the chaos, and the trust that no matter what happens, I am safe in your arms. God, I have come to realize that true peace is not found in the absence of problems, but in the presence of your unshakable love. It is a peace that transcends understanding, a peace that guards my heart and mind, even when life feels overwhelming. In moments of uncertainty, I find comfort in knowing that you are with me, that your love never fails, and that your grace is always enough. You do not promise that everything will be easy, but you promise that you will never leave me nor forsake me. With this promise in my heart, I choose to walk in peace. Father, I also know that your peace is something I am called to share. It is not just for me to enjoy, but for me to extend to others. As I experience your peace in my life, I am called to be a reflection of that peace to the world around me. In a world filled with conflict, anxiety, and unrest, I am called to be a peacemaker. Help me, Lord, to bring peace to the relationships I encounter today. Let my words be words of kindness, my actions be actions of love, and my heart be a heart that seeks reconciliation. Let me share the peace you have given me, so that others may experience your love and find rest in you. Lord, walking in your peace also means trusting in your perfect timing. There are moments when I want things to happen quickly, when I want to see the outcome immediately. But your peace invites me to trust in the process, to rest in the fact that you are orchestrating everything perfectly. Even when I cannot see it, I trust that the things I wait for, the dreams I hold in my heart, and the desires that I bring before you will come to fruition in your time. Help me to wait with patience and to trust that everything will unfold according to your plan. Your peace gives me the patience to wait, knowing that you are at work in every situation. Father, I am also aware that your peace is a gift that I can choose to embrace every day. There are days when fear or worry try to creep in, and the temptation to carry burdens on my own feels overwhelming. But I know that you are inviting me to cast all my anxieties on you. Your peace is available to me whenever I choose to lay down my burdens and trust in you. I want to choose peace today. Father, to let go of the things that weigh me down and to trust in your ability to carry them for me. When I feel the weight of the world pressing on me, help me to pause. Breathe deeply and remember that your peace is mine to receive. Lord, I also recognize that walking in peace is a continual practice. It is something that I must remind myself of every day. I am surrounded by distractions, noise, and pressures, and it can be easy to lose sight of the peace you offer. But I know that it is in the stillness, in the moments of quiet reflection, that I can connect with you and experience your peace most deeply. Help me to prioritize time with you, to set aside moments of stillness to hear your voice and to feel your presence. Let your peace fill me during these times, so that I can carry that peace with me throughout my day. Father, I also pray that your peace would be with me in the difficult moments, when I face challenges, when I struggle with uncertainty, or when I encounter pain. I ask that your peace would surround me. I know that peace does not mean the absence of trouble, but the assurance that you are with me in the midst of it. Your peace will help me to navigate through the storms of life with a calm heart and a clear mind. In moments of trial, help me to remember that your peace is available to me, and that no matter what happens, you are in control. I trust in your sovereign plan, and I choose to rest in the peace that only you can provide. Lord, I also recognize that true peace comes from knowing that I am held in your hands, loved by you, and completely accepted. There are times when I struggle with feelings of inadequacy or fear of rejection, but your peace reminds me that I am enough, just as I am. I am your child, and I have nothing to prove. Your peace frees me from the need to seek validation from the world and allows me to rest in the truth that I am already fully loved by you. Help me to remember that when I am in you, I am at peace with who I am. Father, thank you for the gift of your peace. Thank you that it is available to me, not as something I have to earn, but as a gift freely given. Help me to walk in that peace today, to share it with others, and to trust in your perfect timing. May your peace be the foundation upon which I stand, the light that guides me, and the stillness that quiets my heart. As I move forward in this day, I will carry your peace with me, knowing that it is the very thing that grounds me in you, like the soft light of dawn breaking over the horizon. Your peace fills my soul, bringing calm and confidence in every moment.